Hi everyone, it's me, Matt. I'm in northern BC right now talking to kids about the Apollo moon landing. It's a 50th anniversary of the first landing of the moon coming up. We launched today, July 16th, 1969, 50 years ago, to get to the moon. And I'm showing it off with this big giant Lego set I've got behind me of the Apollo Saturn V rocket. You're gonna check it out here. It's pretty cool. From bottom to top stands a whole meter tall. Oh, way up. And the actual lander here, complete with American flag and astronauts. Space is really cool, as you know. It inspires me, but I'm inspired not just by the technology and the scientific leap that it was to be able to go to the moon, which is amazing, but also the effects it had on our society. And perhaps one of the most famous photos ever taken is called Earthrise, and it was taken by the Apollo 8 mission. That was the first crewed mission to go around the moon. We didn't land on the moon in that one, but to go around it. And the person who took that photo, his name is an astronaut named Bill Anders, and there's his famous quote to go with it. It said, "We came all this way to explore the moon, and the most important thing that we discovered was the Earth." And I think that our travel into space is great for looking out, but it's also a way for us to look in, back at our own planet and our society and also ourselves. And so for me, one of the ways that I try to take the inspiration that I get from the universe and apply it here on Earth is through the work with my nonprofit organization called Esther's Echo. And if you're not familiar with the organization, it supports a school called the Women in Action Development Project that was started by a local woman in Sierra Leone named Esther. I met her when I was on my undergraduate degree in international development. And her project was so inspiring because I think we often put so much emphasis on large international projects that are established by foreigners in other parts of the world. And we sometimes overlook projects that are already being undertaken by local people in their own communities. And Esther's one of those people. She was visionary. She'd started this project in the middle of a civil conflict. She already had links to resources in her own community and people in her own community. I thought, well, it's a lot better to be sending support directly to these projects, because regardless of whether or not I'm there or any other foreign aid worker, they're going to continue because all the leadership is local. So there's between 20 and 50 students, young women and girls, graduate from that school. And if you know anything about international development and poverty reduction, if there's no real silver bullet, but if there's a close one, it is providing educational opportunities for young women and girls in other parts of the world. And I do this not from a sense of charity. I mean, legally, these organizations are called charities, but I do it from a sense of justice because I think they deserve it, and I think certainly Esther deserves it as a community leader. So today, on the day that we're celebrating going to the moon, I'm hoping you'll help me celebrate as well the social impacts we can have of looking at the planet as a whole, as one big community, and where problems are not just relegated across imaginary borderlines that are on our planet. We all share this one world, and we need to take care of it and the life that's on it. And this is a way that I do that, and I'm hoping you can help me out. We've got a fundraiser running. It closes tomorrow at midnight. We're trying to raise at least $2,000, and for this current project is to help Esther find a new home because the lease on their current school is up, and we're helping them try to find a new place. And we need to put a down payment on a new school so that they can start in September with the new school season without any interruption. So if you could do that with me, that'd be awesome. I'd really appreciate it. 100% of your donation goes overseas. And if you have any questions about the organization or the work that we do, please let me know. Send me a direct message. Okay. Thank you so much for all of those who have all of those of you who are already donated, and happy 50th Apollo moon landing.